Welcome back. In this video lecture CHA 392, chapter number 5, Mass Spectrometry LCMS Interface and Applications. I am Mr. V.D. Jadhav from Department of Chemistry, KTHM College, Nasik 2. Student, in the last lecture we start electron spray interface and we have discussed introduction of electron spray interface and also mechanism of electron spray ionization. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss sample types in electron spray interface and the appearance of electrospray spectrum. Let us start first sample types of electron spray interface. The ability to produce ions using electrospray ionization is more reliant on the solution chemistry of the analyte than the other ionization techniques described, and this feature may be used by the analyte and this feature may be used by the analyst to advantage. It may also confuse the unwary. We have previously considered the mechanism of electrospray ionization in terms of the charging of droplets containing analyte and the formation of ions as the charge density on the surface of the droplet increases as dissolution progresses. The electrospray system can also be considered as an electrochemical cell in which in positive ion mode an oxidation reaction occurs at the capillary tip and a reduction reaction at the counter electrode. The opposite occurs during the production of negative ions. This allows us to obtain electrospray spectra from some analytes which are not ionized in solution and would otherwise not be amen, not be amenable to study. In general terms, the compounds that may be studied are therefore as follows. A. First one, ionic compounds that are in, intrinsically charged in solution. Next, B. Neutral polar compounds that may be protonated, that is for positive ions mass spectra, or deprotonated, that is for negative ion mass spectra under the solution conditions employed, for example appropriate pH. And third, that is C, non-polar compounds that undergo oxidation, that is positive ions mass spectra, or reduction, that is negative ion mass spectra at the electrospray capillary tip. There are a number of properties of the solvent such as its viscosity, conductivity, surface tension and polarity that have an effect on the electrospray process. The pH of the solution is also of critical importance, not only in terms of whether or not ionization occurs, but also particularly in the case of high molecular weight compounds. The appearance of the spectrum, the production of positive ions is favored at acidic pH, but ions have been observed at pH at which a particular analyte would be expected to be fully deprotonated. The intensity of these ions, it has to be said, is actually significantly less than when produced from solution of more appropriate pH, and it is thought that they are produced in this transition of the analyte from the liquid to the gas phase. The electrospray process is susceptible to competition or suppression effects. All polar ionic species in the solution being sprayed, whether derived from the analyte or not, for example, buffer additives, etc., are potentially capable of being ionized. The best analytical sensitivity will therefore be obtained from a solution containing a single analyte when competition is not possible. At the lowest flow rate and with the narrowest diameter electrospray capillary. If excess electrolytic materials are present, competition for charge will occur. The efficiency with which the analyte will be ionized depend upon the concentration of each of the species present and also the relative efficiency of the conversion of each to the gas phase. The ions observed in the mass spectrum may be different to those present in solution owing to processes that occur at the solution or gas phase boundary and ion molecule reactions that may take place in the gas phase. These are the all sample types for electrospray spectrum. Next, that is the appearance of the electrospray spectrum. Many of the ionization techniques that we have considered thus far are termed soft in that the spectra produced are exceedingly simple, consisting only of a molecular species that enables the molecular weight of the analyte to be determined. Electron ionization, on the other hand, is a more energetic process which often brings about fragmentation of the analyte molecules. An EI mass spectrum therefore usually consists of a significant number of ions of different mass to charge ratios values that may be related to the structure of the analyte from which it has been generated. More importantly, these spectra are reproducible and spectra produced in laboratories geographically well separated are likely to be very similar. An electrospray spectrum is unusual in that while it provides only ions from molecular species, it consists of ions at a number of mass to charge values. That is, it appears more like an electron ionization than a chemical ionization spectrum, with the number of these ions increasing with the molecular weight of the analyte. The appearance of the spectrum is much more dependent upon the environment from which it has been produced than those produced using other ionization techniques. The spectra produced from a single analyte under different experimental conditions may therefore vary considerably in appearance. Electrospray is the softest mass spectrometry ionization technique, and electrospray spectra therefore usually consist solely of molecular ions. Electrospray is unique, however, in that if the analyte contains more than one site at which protonation in the positive ion mode or deprotonation in the negative ion mode may occur, a number of molecular ions with a range of charge states is usually observed. For low molecular weight materials greater than 1000 Dalton, the number of sites at which protonation can occur is likely to be small, and the electrospray spectrum is likely to be relatively simple and contain only a few ions. As the molecular weight of the analyte increases, particularly if biopolymers such as proteins are involved, the number of sites at which protonation can occur increases, and the spectrum becomes more complex. A typical electrospray spectrum of high molecular weight materials, that is, that of horse herd myoglobin, is shown in figure 4.11. This, this electrospray spectrum of horse herd myoglobin relative intensity versus mass to charge ratio. Each of the ions observed arises from attachment of a different number of protons and an equivalent number of charges to the intact molecules. In contrast to ions generated by other ionization techniques, these ions do not occur at integer mass to charge values, and this non-integer part of the mass is of crucial importance when making a precise determination of the molecular weight of the analyte involved. This being one of the major use of electrospray ionization. How then do we determine the molecular weight of the analyte from an electrospray mass spectrum? To do this, we must consider the processes that lead to the formation of the ions observed. Each ion is formed by the addition of a number of species, often protons. The analyte molecule with the number of charges residing on that ion being related to the number of species added. The measured mass to charge of an ion is thus related to the molecular weight of the analyte from which it is generated by the following equation 4.2. This is mass to charge ratio is equal to molecular weight of the analyte plus n small n into capital H bracket complete upon n, where capital M is the molecular weight of the analyte, capital H is the atomic molecular weight of the adduct species, 1 for hydrogen, 18 for ammonium ions, and 23 for sodium, 39 for potassium, etc. And small n, this small n is the number of charges carried by the ions. This is equal to the number of adduct species if these are singly charged. The only direct measurable variable in this equation is mass to charge ratio, and therefore in order to determine molecular weight, that is capital M, we must be able to determine the number of charges on the ion whose mass to charge value is known. This may be carried out by considering the relationship given in equation 4.2 for two adjacent ions in the spectrum. For the first ion whose measured mass to charge value is M1, we may write the following here. For two adjacent ions in the spectrum, for the first ion whose measured mass to charge value small m1, we may write m1 is equal to capital M, that is molecular weight, plus n1 into h bracket complete upon n1, which may be rearranged to give m1 n1 is equal to capital M plus n1 into h. And finally, m molecular weight m is equal to m1 n1 minus n1 into h, which, if the adduct is a proton, may be simplified to the following: m is equal to capital M is equal to, if this is proton, then h is equal to 1, n1 into 1 is equal to n1. Therefore capital M is equal to m1 into n1 minus small n1 for proton, if adduct is proton. For the second ion, we may derive a similar expression as follows. For second ion, this is for first ion. For second ion, m capital M is equal to m2 into n2 small m2 into n2 minus small n2, in which m2 is at a lower mass to charge value than m1. In that case, this second ion, this is for first ion, that is proton. In case of proton, this is second ion for proton. Here m2 is at a lower mass to charge value than m1. Equation 4.3 and 4.4 may be combined to give the following. This equation 4.3 and 4.4 combined to give the following: m1 n1 minus n1 is equal to m2 n2 minus n2. By combining these equations, therefore m1 n1 minus n1 is equal to m2 into, in bracket, n1 plus 1 minus n1 plus 1. This is equation 4.5. If you solve this, m1 n1 minus n1 is equal to m2 n1 plus m2 minus n1 minus 1. Here m1 n1 minus m2 n1 is equal to m2 minus 1. Therefore n1 is equal to m2 minus 1 upon m1 minus m2. This is equation 4.6. n1 is equal to m2 minus 1 upon m1 minus m2. Having calculated the value of n1, the number of charges on one particular ion, the number of charges on each of the ions in the spectrum may be assigned, and by the use of equation 4.3, a number of independent values for the molecular weight of the analyte may be obtained from a single spectrum. Here in table 4.1, molecular weight of horse herd myoglobin calculated from 4 adjacent pair of ions observed in its electrospray mass spectrum. This is molecular weight of horse herd myoglobin, 4 adjacent pair of ions observed in its electrospray mass spectrum: m1 m2 n1 calculated n1 and molecular weight. This is 1 2 3 4 adjacent pair. Mean for this molecular weight 16,954.30. Standard deviation 1.97. You calculate at home. Already I given this type of problem to calculate standard deviation, mean, theoretical molecular weight and error. This is 0.02% error. If we consider the electrospray spectrum of horse herd myoglobin shown previously in figure 4.1, the information given in the table 4.1 may be obtained by application of the above equation. The precision, sorry, if we consider the electrospray spectrum of horse heart myoglobin shown previously in figure 4.11, this is 4.11 figure, the information given in table 4.1, this information given in table 4.1 may be obtained by application of the above equation. The precision and accuracy of the measurement are also shown in this table. The tedium of carrying out a number of these calculations each time an electrospray spectrum is acquired has been removed by the provision of transformation software with the mass spectrometer data system. This software not only carries out the calculation automatically but also plots the mass spectrum on a true mass scale. Figure 4.12 shows the transform spectrum from the electrospray spectrum shown in figure 4.11. This is transform spectrum of figure 4.11. This is done with software with true mass scale. This is figure 4.12 and it is transform form of the figure 4.11 electrospray spectrum of horse heart myoglobin after transformation. Note that for the determination of molecular weight, the charge state distribution is not of great importance as it does not affect the mass to charge value of the ions involved, and thus the calculated molecular weight if the conformational state of the biopolymer is of interest. However, the distribution of charge state is a fundamental consideration and any parameter likely to change this distribution must be carefully controlled. The molecular weight of an analyte is therefore arguably the most important single piece of information that may be obtained from an electrospray spectrum, and it is therefore important that the term molecular weight is defined unequivocally. The mass spectrometer allows individual isotopes of an element to be observed. The molecular weight of an analyte must therefore be calculated by using the individual isotopic masses rather than the chemical atomic weight of the element, which is calculated by using the individual masses of the isotopes and their relative abundances. For example, chlorine consists of two isotopes, that is chlorine 35 with a mass of 35.9689 and chlorine 37 with a mass of 36.9659 with relative abundances of 75.77 and 24.23 percentage respectively, which leads to a chemical average atomic weight of 35.453. The molecular ion region of the mass spectrum of an analyte containing a single chlorine atom will not consist of a single ion but of two ions separated by two mass units in the ratio of 74.77 H to 24.23, that is 3 H to 1. Here in that case, ignoring the contribution from other species such as carbon 13. From a mass spectrometry perspective, the molecular weight of an analyte is defined as that mass containing the more abundant isotope of the elements present. For example, chlorobenzene C6H5Cl 112 based on carbon 12, hydrogen 1 and chlorine 35. In this table, masses and relative abundances of some isotopes of commonly occurring elements are given. Here element carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur, mass, their relative abundance. These are the isotopes: carbon 12, carbon 13, hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is for deuterium, nitrogen 14, nitrogen 15, carbon 6, oxygen 16, oxygen 18. These are the mass relative abundance for particular isotope carbon, and this is this is 2 mass units ratio. This is mass abundance in 2 mass units in the ratio. This is not 2 mass unit, this is average atomic weight. This last is average atomic weight. In figure 4.13, theoretical molecular ion region of the mass spectrum of a molecule of composition C35H48N8O11S at a mass spectrometer resolution of 1500. This is theoretical molecular ion region of the mass spectrum of a molecule of composition C35H48N8O11S. This is mass to charge. The resolution of most mass spectrometers, the ability to separate ions of similar mass to charge value in routine use is sufficient to allow the separation of the ions containing the individual isotopes. If low molecular weight compounds greater than 1000 Dalton are being studied. This is illustrated in figure 4.13, which shows the molecular ion region of a compound having the molecular formula C35H48N8O11S sulfur, determined with a mass spectrometer resolution of 1500. The masses of the isotopes present in this molecule are shown in table 4.2. This is the masses of this molecule are shown in table 4.2. If, however, we consider a protein of modest size, such as a protein with a molecular formula C carbon 284, hydrogen 432, nitrogen 84, oxygen 79 and sulfur 7. At a similar mass spectrometer resolution, The molecular ion region of its mass spectrum shown in figure 4.14. This is shown in figure 4.14 does not show the individual isotopic contribution. A resolution around 5000 being required for these to be evident in figure 4.15. Here, theoretical molecular ion region of the mass spectrum of a protein, molecular weight 6507 at a mass spectrometer resolution of 1500 for a protein. And in next figure, the mass spectrometer resolution 5000 for a protein. The production of multiply charged ions using electrospray ionization effectively extends the mass range of the mass spectrometer by a factor directly related to the number of charges attached to the analyte molecule. Nature has been kind to use and most high molecular weight biopolymers such as protein, oligonucleotides, etc. give significant ions of mass to charge greater than 2000 Dalton, well within the mass range of relatively inexpensive commercially available instruments. What multiple charging does not do, however, is to provide an equivalent increase in the resolution of the mass spectrometer and the resolution required to separate the individual isotopic contributions from a multiply charged species is identical to that required for the corresponding singly charged species. In figure 4.16 and 4.17 shows the ions from the 7 plus charge state of a protein at resolution of 1500 and 5000 respectively. Here, theoretical mass spectrum of the 7 plus charge state of a protein, molecular weight 6507 at mass spectrometer resolution 1500. Same here, resolution 5000 respectively. The inability to resolve the individual isotopic contributions has a significant effect on the molecular weight of the analyte. That is then calculated if the measured mass to charge value shown in figure 4.16 is 931.14 is used to derive the molecular weight by using equation 4.3. A value of 6510.92 is obtained. This corresponds to the molecular weight calculated by using the average atomic weight of the element based on the abundance of all of the naturally occurring isotopes. Example, carbon 12.011 Dalton based on 98.89% 12 carbon isotope and 1.1% 13 carbon isotope. If the monoisotopic ion, namely that corresponding to the presence of the more or most abundant isotope of each element in figure 4.17 is used, 930.58, a value of 6507 is obtained. It is therefore important when reporting the molecular weight of a compound to indicate clearly whether this is based on the monoisotopic or average atomic weight of the elements present, since these, as demonstrated above, may be significantly different. An apparent variation in the reported molecular weight of a biopolymer determined by using mass spectrometry and more classical methods is often due to this simply ambiguity. This figure 4.16 theoretical mass spectrum of the 7 plus charges state of a protein I already discussed. This is also already discussed. Figure 4.15 and figure 4.17 that the most intense ions in the molecular ion region does not correspond to the species containing only 12 carbon, that is the species used to derive the monoisotopic molecular weight from simple probability theory. It can be shown that for an ion of mass to charge capital M containing n carbon atoms, that there will be an ion mass to charge an ion at mass to charge M plus 1, capital M plus 1 of intensity relative to that at mass to charge capital M of n into 1.1 percentage. If the molecule being studied therefore contain more than 91 carbon atoms, and this is not unusual for many biopolymers, the ions at mass to charge capital M plus 1 will be of greater intensity than that of mass to charge M. The ion in any mass spectrum used to derive the molecular weight must be chosen correctly to prevent inaccurate result being reported. For higher molecular weight materials, the resolution required to observe the individual isotopic contribution increases proportionally. This figure 4.17 theoretical mass spectrum of the 7 plus charge state of a protein, mass spectrometer resolution 5000. High resolution mass spectrometers have been used to obtain electrospray spectra and have the added advantages that they allow the direct determination of the charge state of the ions being observed. For example, if the apparent separation of the 12 carbon and 13 carbon isotopic contribution is 0.1 Dalton, the charge state is 10, while if it is 0.05 Dalton, the charge state is 20, etc. The suppression effects associated with electrospray ionization have been discussed earlier, although if the compounds present are similar in behavior, these may be minimal. The intention when using chromatography as an introduction device is to allow individual components to enter the mass spectrometer for analysis. The separation capability of HPLC has been discussed previously, and it is not unusual, particularly when complex mixtures are being studied, to encounter electrospray spectra from more than one components. This sometimes complicates the extraction of molecular weight data as it is not always immediately clear which ions in the spectrum originate from each components. This can be determined by the use of equation 4.6. An example of this is shown in figure 4.18, which shows the electrospray spectrum from that is apparently a single chromatographic response, while table 4.3a, this is table 4.3a, displays the result of applying equation 4.6 to the major ions found in that spectrum, as can be seen. The value of the charge state calculated do not form a logical series and in many cases differ significantly from integer values. The intensities of the ions observed in an electrospray spectrum usually show an approximately Gaussian distribution. The spectrum given in figure 4.18 does not show this but rather an alternative increase and decrease in intensity, and this should immediately alert the analyst to the fact that the spectrum warrants further examination. Table 4.3b. This is table 4.3b. The presence of two overlapping series containing these ions. This is table 4.3b, and this is table 4.3a. Table 4.3b shows the result obtained when the spectrum is considered to consist of two independent series with the ions being selected on the basis of their initial increase and subsequent decrease in intensity. As can be seen from this table, the calculated charge states are all very close to an integer value, and their values form a logical progression. The molecular weight determination using these values is also shown and provides a consistent value for each series. The transformation software will carry out a similar analysis, and if more than one ion series is present, will link the appropriate ions together and produce a transform spectrum containing the relevant number of molecular species. An alternative statistical approach to obtain better quality electrospray information is the use of maximum entropy to process the raw data. Maximum entropy differs from other statistical approaches to spectrum deconvolution in that it tries to predict the most likely theoretical signal or group of signal that would give rise to the signal observed given certain criteria that cause this signal to differ in appearance from that theoretical signal. In mass spectrometry, the mass to charge values and the relative intensities of the ions observed at each are considered, with the factors considered to damage the theoretical signal being those that cause an increase in peak width, such as the resolution of the mass spectrometer. An example of a transform spectrum and the spectrum resulting from treating the raw data with maximum entropy software is shown in figure 4.19. As can be seen from this, the spectrum after maximum entropy processing, figure 4.19b, that is the spectrum after maximum entropy processing, shows the presence of this figure B shows the presence of two discrete species that are not obviously visible in the transform spectrum. Figure 4.19b. In this case, the mass difference between the species of masses 15,856.9 and 15,867.0, that is 10 Dalton. The mass difference is 10 Dalton, is indicative of the difference in their amino acid sequence. There are three pairs of amino acid that differ in molecular weight by 10 Dalton, namely serine and proline, cysteine and leucine, isoleucine, leucine, and histidine, and phenylalanine. The way in which the mass differences of amino acids can be used to derive sequence information will be discussed in greater detail in another section. Thank you.